Hello everybody and welcome to what's going to be episode 11 of my tutorial series for Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Icon and today we are going to head into the second part of the planetary logistics systems. We are actually going to set up one today, and we are also going to research the technologies we are needing for the interstellar logistics system. That will also bring us to the first yellow cubes that we'll be producing. So there's a lot of things on our list today, so let's get started. The thing here is, first and foremost, I want to emphasize the structure matrices that we are researching right now. We can only produce them in very, very small scales, since we don't have access to titanium in its pure form yet. We are still stuck with the low amounts that we found here on the planet, and that we brought from our little trip to Etalupi 1. So we are going to use these materials today to set up our first batch of yellow cubes, and we are also going to use our newfound planetary logistics to get our first connections done, because, you know, it's just that useful. So we're going to produce one of these guys, and we lack steel and processor to do more of these, so let's change that. Because we always need two stations, one to send, one to receive. You can't do this with only one station, of course. So we are going to grab ourselves those processors. Alright, we are obviously not able to produce all of them, or grab all of them. And as you see here, we are no longer able to produce everything by ourselves. We need those machines to get the job done for us. Oh, Christ, look at that. Oh, we had a major whoopsie here, so good thing that I checked. See, something seems off here. Whenever your productions seem to be too low for your taste, it's really worth checking out what went wrong there. Ah, I see. Oh, gosh. How annoying. So these little things, well, they are part of the game, and we have to live with them. Alright, so there we go. Well, this explains a lot why things weren't finished there, but it still doesn't help. We need... Let's grab ourselves some microcrystalline components and toss them in here. Because here's one thing, you are... Ah, we can produce processors on ourselves, okay. I thought we can't. Okay. Oh, then it's no problem. We'll craft the rest in our pockets. Wonderful. Okay. So we pack those drones in our pockets as well. And now let's start with the transport of the graphene, because I really feel like that's been pretty much on my mind from the last episode. So we're going to set up a little bit of a platform here, and let's slap down one of these guys. As you see here, they are slightly large, and we're going to connect that just like this, and we're going to connect to this station directly. See here, we have those slots. We're going to connect to this station graphene, and we're going to put this on demand because we want that stuff here. And we're also going to... Let's see. We don't want to put 50 drones in there. It's really not necessary. You can, of course, but we'll just leave it with 10. Go. And these guys are electric, of course. And now you see, after we have configured one good, we can press tab and set the filter on a certain good, so only graphene will flow out of this thing. Okay, that's one side of the equation. Let's fix the other side. And putting all this on a belt from there to there would be really just a massive pain. Don't you agree? So therefore, I really think that this is much more efficient than the other way around. So we're going to stop the sorter here, and here's the yellow matrix that we're going to produce in a minute. And now let's set on up another of these guys. And now we set up graphene here as a supply. Wonderful. So as long as there's one supplier and one on demand, the game will automatically distribute these goods. So we are going to put in there those. Oh gosh, I don't want 50. 10 are more than enough. So let's power it up. As you see here, there's already a transit. Stuff is drawing massive amounts of power from your grid, but that's just okay. And now what will happen is, as soon as we have enough stuff there, as you see there, the drones are already coming to pick it up and transport it over. Let's head on over to our other side, so you see the other half of this. And that's as simple as it can get. That's all we need to do. Now we have our transport of these things set up and running, and we have just avoided a titanic amount of belt being spread over the planet. And you see here, now the stuff is in transit, and as soon as the first drones land here, the stuff will flow out of the belt and be provided to the system. Nifty, isn't it? Okay, so we have cleared this out. Let's get on over to the next topic. So we are gonna need titanium crystals and diamonds. So we need the tech for diamonds as well. So let's get that up immediately. There too. Crystal smelting. Boom. So this is going to be the other part of our tech. Pretty simple though. We merely take energetic graphite and refine it up. There's really not that much about that. And as you see here, that's 10 drones in action. Did we really want to see 50? 10 are even really more than enough. But here we go. Our planet is in motion. Wonderful, isn't it? So, let's head on over to this little place here so we can grab ourselves some fuel. And then I want to get on over to my organic crystal facility. And we are now also able to ship over a lot of goods. We could also decide to ship sulfuric acid, for example. I mean, right now we are transporting the material to a very unfavorable spot, but you get the idea. So, let's see. Where was my... where did I craft my organic crystals again? It's looking good. So, lab is down here. Organic crystals are down here. Okay. So, here goes. We are going to produce titanium crystals out of that. And we want to produce 1 titanium crystal per second, so we're going to need 4 assemblers doing the job for us. So here we go. Boom. And let's put that stuff down here. For starters, of course, we are only able to provide titanium out of the box, so to say. There we go. And we are going to set up now 4 assemblers, producing those crystals for us. There we go. Now, I'm pretty sure that this length is not sufficient. Let's hope this will work out. So first off, configure the recipe. We are going to produce titanium crystals. And now, needs inserters, of course. I'm sorry, sorters. And now let's do this 4 times. There we are. So that's the easier part. And we are going to need 8 of these labs there, so let's grab these. And we are going to have to calculate the diamonds right away there too, but one thing at a time. Alright, so let's grab ourselves some matrix lab. Okay. So, diamond production. How about that? We are researching this right now, so we'll have to check the recipe out of the text screen. So, we will need 1 diamond per second. So we'll need 2 energetic graphite per second, that's all. That's pretty simple. So, if I remember correctly, 2 energetic graphite per second were exactly what we're seeing here. So, let's see. But that's eating up 4 units of coal per second, so we can't use this right here. But we are just going to set ourselves up another little site there. There we go. Here's where we're going to make ourselves the diamonds. Sadly, the tech ain't ready yet, but we'll be getting there along the way. I don't mind. So, let's see. Splitter can be down here. There we go. So, there we go. And that's where we will craft ourselves our diamonds. And that's, except for the fact that we don't have a steady supply of titanium, all we are going to need to unlock the yellow science completely. I am setting up things in a way that we only need to add in the titanium later, because I really feel like it's going to be the easiest way to get the job done, don't you agree? So this way we don't need to break a sweat later when we are going to add in the titanium. We just got to enjoy the rewards there. Okay, so tech-wise, let's get on over there. We're going to need the high-strength titanium alloy tech, and of course the interstellar logistics system requiring reinforced thrusters. So, of course, things aren't as easy. Reinforced thrusters are going to be made out of the maglev thingies and the reinforced titanium, which is going to be wonderful. And then we can do this. So we have our new projects on the roster. As you can see here, these techs, they will all take a lot of time, and I'll take the liberty of fixing that up as much as I can between the episodes. So, just so you know. Don't be too surprised if the mall is looking fancier than before, because I had to do something with that time. Okay, so we got these. And let's wire them up. And this time we are going to pipe this into 2 further smelters there. So let's make it like this. Slap the coal in here. Oh, well, it was way too long, actually. So we're going to add in the diamond recipe as soon as it is available, of course. Which it ain't right now. Not that much of a biggie. Alright, so we're going to fix up the diamonds here. And that's where we have the titanium thingies. And you know what? We are going to transport those yellow cubes via drone. why not? So the only thing we are lacking there are these materials. Yeah, well, maybe not by drone. Yeah, the lack of titanium is really a thing now, so you might already notice that. So we're going to get these bad boys over here. Drop down some foundation support here, so we can use this terrain. Okay. Or, wait a sec. Actually, now that I think more closely about it, it's way smarter to just move the diamonds over there in a straight line. Whoopsie. Yeah. Did you know holding down shift on a belt and deletes the entire belt? If not, now you know. Yeah, we're going to make it like that. Okay. Now we can smelt our diamonds. And we're going to be good about that. So, let's fire that up. Get that recipe going. And here we go. Diamonds. Fresh, wonderful diamonds. There we go. And now, the labs. We're going to set up stacks of 4 each. So that's how we're operating here. So we can dismantle these. And now, yellow, yellow. And that's our first thing there. Whoa. What the hell is happening here? My soldiers are not behaving as intended. Okay, they're lacking power, as you can see. But that's the least of our worries, and now we are finally set up and running. As you can see here, this technology cannot process until we have our first yellow cubes going on there. So that's why we had to do this now. Alright. So, let's get that over to the labs. And most likely I'll be raising this this belt here later down the road. Transport the cubes via drones. But right now, I must say, setting up another drone facility and all, I feel like would be much more trouble than just transporting them guys over to the labs. Especially since it's not going to be any big trouble for us to transport them later. Or delete that belt, I should rather say. Okay, so as you see here, we're out of belt. This is, I think this is one fine illustration of why it's so damn good to use those planetary logistic centers. Just happened that I didn't want to expend more of the titanium for this, because I'm a little bit afraid that we won't have enough titanium there. Okay, wonderful. So, I'll just grab my belts real quickly, and this is also going to be the last edition of technology cubes before we have to restructure our lab facility in a larger scale, in a larger sense, because now as you might have already noticed, this is not really well refined or thought through. Nothing like that. This is just utter chaos. Building like it comes, you know. And let's see, I hope I'll be able to grab something off of that belt in there. Yes. Okay, but, I mean, at least we are able to produce a couple of these guys and process them now. That's the most important part. So, let's get on over to the next technology that we are researching. We're going to have to produce titanium alloy. This stuff will be made out of titanium, steel, and sulfuric acid. And we're going to need lots of that. This stuff is going to be something like our basic building material in the future. As you can see here, these logistics stations need 40 of these guys. These logistics vessels need 10 of these guys. The reinforced thrusters will need 5 of these guys. So all in all, you might already catch the drift. We are going to need much more titanium. Therefore, I have taken the liberty to decide to take just another trip over to Etalupi 1, so we can grab ourselves a premium package of titanium there. Because as it is right now, we won't stand a chance to satisfy all the needs that we got right now. So for this purpose, I am going to do something here. So first off, I'll slap down one storage unit. And if you double-click, control double-click, you can go for a thing like that. Let's make 2 of these guys. So, there we go. And now I'll just pick up the things I need. So I want the... Where are they? I know that I had some here. I want some of the... I want the hydrogen fuel rods. And beyond that, I actually don't really want anything of this. So I of course want to pick up as much energetic graphite as I can before I go, but we should be fine with that inventory. So press V, zoom out with the mouse wheel, and press this, go for an indicator. We're going to chuck in hydrogen fuel rods now. Tap space twice, and lift off. Alright. So hold shift for speeding up. We're going to speed up hard here. Boom, 500 meters per second. We're going to be there in a minute. That's good. So let's do this. The cool part now will be that you remember that titanium facility I built there? It'll be stocked now with material like crazy. We're going to see a massive deposit there. And that's why I emptied up my inventory, because this shall be the last time that we're going to transport anything manually from Etalupi 1 to Etalupi 4 or 3, whatever. You get the idea. This should be... I don't want to do this another time, so we want to make it worth. Alright, getting closer, so I'm starting to slow down now. Just make sure that you aren't that fast that you will soar past the planet. It's the only thing that's really nasty. Everything else doesn't matter. And you can also use the planet to slow down. As you saw there, the planet slowed me down from 300 meters to 100 by just being close to that. So now the nastier pod... Dude, where's my factory? So... there it is. So, let's fly. What I want to do here is... want to make sure that we're not going to waste those hydrogen fuel rods there. So, fly ahead and grab our stuff there. And then we're going to set up, of course, what you already could have figured. We're going to set up the production of refined titanium. So we're stacked, pretty much, except for 1 unit of coal. So let's delete that. We really don't need coal. Alright, there we go. So now we have as much as we can. Press V again and transport that over to Etelupi 3. Etelupi 2 is our gas giant. Nice, we have a gas giant. Alright, so it's the same situation as like the last time. We are going to be very close to the gas giant. That's why I'm flying a little bit around the corner there. Because if you remember, the last time we got stopped quite violently by the gas giant's gravity. So we're trying to fly a tad bit right past the dude. Yeah, and our next job then is going to be to set up a refining of that. Luckily, we get everything we need there on the home planet. We have the sulfuric acid facility. I might be even souping it up a bit. And we're going to use the sulfuric acid we're producing there, of course, to transport it via drone over to the facility where we are going to refine the titanium. Because, well, I don't have any steel in the vicinity there. If there's a iron deposit in the vicinity there, I might be even considering. So let's try to hit the planet with 500 meters per second. I am doing this more and more daunting and daring the more often we do it, so that's the slam dunk. That's honestly the way I like to land on planets. And yeah, so we have now lots of titanium available, and that's going to get us somewhere. So first off, I want to dump some of that titanium in my science area up there. As you see here, it's really stupid that we got to work out like that, and we didn't have enough titanium to work it out there. So, what the hell? Ah, these things are dropping to the ground because my inventory is full, of course. I had no clue that this menu exists to vacuum up stuff that's lying up underground. Today I learned. Okay, so that stash of titanium will hopefully get us somewhere. And, well, as a matter of fact, I'm actually taking away something because I really, really want to make sure that we got enough for the first interplanetary logistics system, while at the same time, of course, I want to research that tech quite desperately. But, well, the thing here is, we are needing quite a lot of these dudes there. So, we are really consuming a lot of material. Okay, so, next episode, I'm going to set up the refining of the titanium. And we are, let's see how close we'll get to the interplanetary transportation. I can't really make any promises. I'll just make sure that it's going to be doable in the next episode. So catch you guys there. Drop me a comment down below, leave me your thumbs up, and of course consider subscribing. And thank you so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.